Capricorn, Cancer, Aries, and Libra, this is what's coming for you November 2025. Capricorn, this is one of the best months. You're building an empire. You're getting old money and new money at the same time. The retrogrades are working incredibly well for you. This is completely reinventing how you make money. It's going to shake things up. It's turning the tables. If you've been waiting for money, if someone has been holding back, you're about to get it the first week of November. You're having deep conversations with family. This is really helping you heal some old wounds. They are going to be resurfacing. It's not going to be that comfortable, but it is going to be worthwhile. The emotional courage is really going to pour in, especially when Jupiter retrograde in Cancer, your partnership happens November 11th. This is really going to help you find stability in those relationships that are unhealed, and it's going to pay off. The emotional cost will pay off, and you're actually going to see it in your bank account. This is also one of your most passionate months, and someone might be absolutely obsessed with you. There is a full moon happening in your 5th house of love, creativity, romance, and love affairs. And this is you and a situationship that want to take it to the next level, or it can just be a night of steamy, hot romance. You will create long-term financial health with a partner, and this will all be cemented the end of November. Cancer, this month you are finding opportunities that were completely unseen before, and this is going to make you feel like kicking yourself because you had the resources all along. You're actually going inwards. Jupiter retrograde in your sign is basically making you recover lost opportunity, and this is really going to level you up the first half of November. You're also highly visible. There's a massive pivot in your social circle. If you're on social media or you're like a public figure, this is the peak of recognition. Mars entering Sagittarius for the first time in 2 years is completely re-energizing your health. You're actually finding better habits. You're working harder. You're reshaping yourself. You're redefining who you are. And this is great for leveling up your lifestyle and looking at your bad habits. But also this is to do with work. There's a massive shift at work and routine. You're actually realizing what works and what doesn't work. And so this massive spiritual awakening floods in the beginning of November. Venus in Scorpio might have you obsessed with someone and someone obsessed with you. This is really intensifying the house that rules over free sex and love and joy and passion. All of that's being completely ignited this month. You're really feeling like you're finding your purpose and maybe even your person. This is also because Venus in Scorpio will be sextile the South Node in Virgo and the North Node in Pisces. So there is a fated relationship that is coming in here, something that was always meant for you. There's a lot of exes coming back, a lot of situationships, there's a lot of back and forth, there's a lot of DM, and that by the end of November, the clarity will flood in. And I honestly just think, just stay strong until the end of November when Saturn stations direct in Pisces. Aries, this is good for money, 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 money. Your personal house of income is getting lit. Something you worked really hard for is paying off. Something you started back in April of this year is really coming to full fruition. Your resources are getting ultimately shaken up, but it's for the best. Like, you're going to see a lot of investments pay off. I do think you're going to get paid out and potentially want to travel somewhere brand new that you've never seen before in your lifetime. You're really restless and you need to travel. You're just itching at the moment to see new things. Love and passion is flooding in fast with Venus in Scorpio. You might be obsessed with someone. And this is also great financially as well. Venus here is so good for shared resources, really paying off. I feel like this is really aligning you into that beautiful timeline that you've been manifesting for such a long time, but now it's actually in real time, in reality. So there's so much up here for review, but you're ultimately going to be so clear on your financial goals with shared resources by the end of November. Libra, this is great for money. Venus is going to enter your personal house of income. So it's going to feel like everything that you've been working hard for is finally paying off. There's so many resources that are being rebuilt, but in the best way. I feel like you're selling a lot as well. There's a lot of exchange here of, contracts, negotiations, potentially trying to move some stuff that like you own. You're trying to like go through this kind of contract process, but I do think if you can stay clear of contracts until December, please do. If you can't help it, but there is a lot of new money flooding in here. Expect wild sex and maybe even some potential partners coming back. Uranus retrograding back into your 8th house is shaking up shared resources, and it's also shaking up intimacy. The month of November is creating a win-win situation with you and a partner, either romantic or business, but you're finally both getting what you deserve, especially the first week of November. Are you ready for major deja vu and major transformation? Because that's what you're getting in November.